Welcome to Transparent Conversations, Elevated Exchanges. It's Friday night, so it must be Friday Night Live on YouTube.
Hey, welcome back to my podcast, Transparent Conversations, Elevate Exchanges. I am Calvin, or CPJR if you know me, or CPJR 300 if you feel me. It's Friday, so it's Friday Night Live on YouTube. This is episode number 5, dot 29. It's been 5 episodes, 29 days. If you know, you know. Again, we aren't elevated right now because I'm not walking in the trees for at least to 90 days. So let's get to it. Um, Tonight the conversation is going to be about active addiction. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the check-in. I explained that a while ago. I'm basically basically still doing what I was doing last on Wednesday. I'm still waiting for my start date. Um, Still waiting on to complete like one more. I'm working for the government, so I have to complete one more step, and then I'll be able to be in the business, be in the building, access the system, all those kind of things, right? Um, so this is just a patient type of thing that I'm having to sit through and deal with. Actually, and then this is gonna be a rough one for me, right? Because I have to talk about active addiction. I want to talk about it to get it out the way, right? Because for me, it's the elephant in the room, right? Then so I need to address it, talk about it, and then talk about how my life is gonna look going forward, right? Excuse me. So that's what I'm gonna do. No, I'm trying to tighten up the podcast now. I know I've been kind of crazy all over the place. I definitely am taking notes now. See the sheet? This is all what I'm supposed to do today. I'm supposed to talk about, and this is not supposed to be a long. This is gonna be a long one, and I'm really tired because of what's going on with our government. Just when I think everything seems like it's gonna be okay or get better or watch over, all of a sudden they have started arresting federal judges. So every day, every 2 hours is something new. But we're gonna do our best to get through, right? We are warriors. We are patriots, and this is our country. Shout out to not shout out, but I still want to dedicate this episode and every episode going forward to Kilmar Bria Garcia and his family. Please keep him in your prayers if you pray. Keep him in your thoughts if that's what you do. Um, I'm definitely gonna keep his name alive. I never met the dude, but he's from Maryland. I've met a lot of people. Luckily I came through from Maryland. My neighborhood I grew up was pretty diverse, right? You have all type of friends from all nationalities, and we didn't. There was no like strife or turmoil as far as races go. Everybody just pretty much hung out together. Of course, as we got older, people started separating at that time. But for the most part, everyone really spent their time together, and didn't have any issues. Like I've dated, but just about every race there is to date. Um, and I'm gonna talk about that in a minute too, because that may have prevented something from happening, my brother. So let's go ahead and go ahead. Like I said, I'm tightening up the podcast, um, by being intentional, tapping out my notes, making sure I have a script to go by. And also I want to talk about the summer. Summer's coming up. Like what I'm gonna do for this summer. I'm gonna be outside. The National Cannabis Festival is held here every year down at RFK Stadium. I definitely plan on being there. That's on the 17th. No, sorry, that's on July 17th and July 19th. No, it's a Friday and Saturday. Normally it's on 420. For some reason, I guess they had to move it to July. It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be hot out there. And I'm tell you what. Let me tell you what. This is what addiction does for you. Um, and I'm gonna get more into this later. But so basically, I bought tickets to the National Cannabis Fest more than once. Right, the whole thing, and didn't go. I bought tickets to comedy shows and didn't go. I bought tickets to get on airplanes and didn't go. Because that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about it. Active addiction. That's what it does. It just robs you of everything. So yeah, so we're gonna do the RFK thing this year, National Cannabis Festival. I'm looking forward to that. Um, and we're also gonna do a lot of kayaking. I plan on doing that like at least 2 or 3 times a month. Probably go. I like to go downtown down by Georgetown. You know Fletcher Boathouse. They have the they have the Crescent Moon Trail, and then if you walk up the Crescent, so right there at the waterfront. If you know anything about Georgetown, I don't know. Everybody's from DDM to. I don't know if everyone's from the DMV. If you see this, but there's a Crescent Moon Trail starts at the right at the waterfront down by Georgetown. When you go down by the water, Sequoia, those cliffs down there, then you just walk off into the woods, and it follows the C&O Canal and the Potomac River. So the C&O Canal is on this side, Potomac River is on this side. You could actually rent a kayak or canoe right there. There's a boathouse there, and then if you go up the trail, you can get to go to Fletcher's Boathouse. You can rent a canoe, kayak, rowboat. You can go either go on the canal or the river. So uh, that's another thing I've been trying to do every year that I haven't done. But I don't know. It seemed different. I feel different. So definitely gonna be doing that this year. So this summer is gonna be like oh, also I'm gonna be trying to get out back out with my community, the ethical non-monogamous community. Um, cause I miss those people. I don't, I don't think I've dated like one or two people in that group. Let me see. Yeah, but then people leave and come. Like I'm stuck and stayed as a real member. Like unless I don't join thing. I don't join anything. I'm not a joiner. That's the reason why I don't go to um, the meetings. But this is something that I like to do. I like to hang out with the people, talk to them. They talk, understand what I'm talking about. They understand what ethical non-monogamy is. They understand what polyamory is. Open-minded, smart people. So, yeah, I plan on doing that this year. I think they have something scheduled for May 30th. I think about Anacostia, the skating rink. I definitely want to go skating too. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll be ready by then because I think I start. Hopefully, what I'm thinking, I'll probably start the job. I don't have my start date yet, but I think it'll probably be like the May 5th or the week after that. I don't know. We'll see. Because that's like I said, I still have one more thing to go through. So yeah, that's so I'm looking forward to a good summer, right? And I also want to talk about. I was gonna do. Okay, I'm talking about a friend. So I was talking my friend, Halise, my pod partner. She's on my channel. I've talked about her before. We had an interesting discussion last night, and it was about this subject, active addiction. And like I've known Halise for years. For years, like I've known her. She like survived my marriage, right? We were both became friends, and during my marriage, and we hung out. Friends, platonic, nothing ever happened. And we hung out. I felt like a big brother type thing. No, yeah, like a big brother type thing. We were like accountability partners from this one thing we were in. So when I go to New York, I want to hang out with her a couple times, and she came down to hang out at our place for a weekend. Heidi used to go. I think Heidi went to New York. Heidi was going to New York, and she was coming down from New York. So it was cool. No beef, no nothing like that. The only problem that I ever had in my relationships, and I was talking to her. I was talking to her about it, and she was asking me about. We got to talking about relationships and why my relationship ended, and I said one reason: the addiction. That's it. That's it. And she said, asked me if I wasn't for the addiction, would I still be with Heidi? Yes, in a heartbeat. So yeah, every relationship I lost was pretty much because of the addiction, and we're gonna talk about that more. So, and I guess even though she knew it and actually experienced it in the past, or experienced me like disappearing and stuff like that in the past, I don't think it snapped in her head. I think because she listened to this podcast, um, a couple times, or like maybe the last episode that because I say things like change I must or die I will, and I talk about how my last relapse and things like that, and she's like she just got in her head like I don't want to be the reason you relapse, I don't want to be the reason I'm trying to have a light life. I'm like have a light life, but here's the thing though. Here's the thing with me, right? I don't really care. Not that I don't care. Is that my plan that I have right now, what I'm doing right now, is it only pertains to me, right? Like I have to be 100% selfish, and then like I said before, if I'm recovering, the people around me aren't. So I'm doing the work. They don't see the work, but they see me, and they see me not doing things or doing things, and then they get worried, and then it usually manifests in a bad way. Um, so we went through. uh quite a long we have a long like chat conversation, voice notes like all night, and then this morning today. Um, and I was trying to just I'm not trying to show her that she needs to do what she needs to do for her, right? Like I've told, I think I've told this before too. Like Heidi would ask me things like, "What would you do if the roles were reversed?" And I would say, "I don't know." And I said that for like a long time until I think after we finally separated our first time, I basically understood what I would do, and I said, "Oh, yeah, I would leave immediately," because I'm like, that's what I do now with other people who are in my life that maybe I just leave. I don't have any. But I understand what she was saying though. She was in love with me. We were married. It's just harder to do. But I wouldn't. Like I always say, like you cannot build a life with an active addict, right? You just can't do it. They can't build a life for themselves. So you are going to be dragged down with them, or maybe you're still going to be. It's going to be a rocky road. So just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? And she knew from the very beginning, Heidi. I told her because I just got out of rehab, and I've been in rehab like a few times. No, I've been in inpatient rehab once, and a lot of outpatient rehabs. So yeah, that's what I would do. So I'm going through, provide space for her, um, and listening and trying to absorb it in what she was saying. But I think that I wanted to say to her because I usually what would happen if somebody came to me like that is I would just say fuck you and block them. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll get defensive. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? You don't understand. I'm doing my thing. You ain't got to deal with this shit. You know, why you bring this in my face? I'm trying to do what I got to do for myself. Leave me alone. Block. Right? That was the old me. Right? But I'm not like, I'm trying my best to be different today. Right? I'm listening to what I'm not blocking anyone. Right? Um, I'm actually just going to give you the time to talk. I'm gonna listen to you, and then I'm gonna give you my response. My response is gonna be, what's my response gonna be? It's gonna be like what I say. It's gonna be this right here. Know your truth, walk in your truth, and know when something is pulling you from your truth. That's it. That's what I'm gonna say. That's what I said to her. I think that may have pissed her off because she's like, I need to take some accountability. Because of course she didn't know till she knew, right? We became friends before she knew. Um, So yeah, I took accountability. I'm sure I apologized before, but I think that just hearing me talk about it in the way that I'm talking about it now, which is pretty raw and real, kind of makes it kind of makes it. So I guess yeah, it kind of makes it real. Like if she's gonna be in my life just as friends or a pod partner, or a member of the collective, anything like that, it's gonna be like it's gonna be it's gonna be because it takes me a lot of work right now. So it's gonna be like, let's say we start something and I just run off, right? And it don't, that's a lot of time and effort. And plus, she's dealing with a lot of stuff for her parents too, and nobody needs to hassle. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm not trying to hold anyone here at all. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why I said when I mean before I got to here, I would somebody would tell me something. And I'm like, I need somebody would tell me something like that, and I'm gonna try to keep them here or try to promise them that this is not gonna happen, that's not gonna happen, or I'm gonna block you. I'm gonna block you. But yeah, I wouldn't try to go through what I went through, but because I would get defensive, and for me that felt like I wasn't finished yet, or I wasn't ready to stop. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't ready to be free. I wasn't ready to be honest. I wasn't ready to be open. But right now I'm a we talked about it. But right now, I feel like I'm in a different place today, right? So just interesting going through that, and then I guess a couple over the weekend, because I went out with my parents for my family, for my birthday. We got a little turned up, and I'm not going to lie to you and say I don't drink. I didn't drink. I had two martinis, a shot of Patron, and an espresso martini, and we had a good time. And that was it. Then we came home with sleep. So I think I was chatting with her a little bit, and I woke up in the morning just say a little joke. What? I hope I didn't say nothing crazy last night. And then I think she took that as serious, like I was really like Um, I forgot what I said, which is not true. It was just a joke. So I guess if someone's dealing with something heavy and you're in their life, you have a choice to make whether you're gonna be there or not, right? Me myself, I want you to choose to be out, right? Because like I said, and I've kind of figured out or was wondering why I kept saying this. Um, why I kept saying what I say. Yeah, don't follow me because I don't know where I'm going, and when I get there, I probably don't want you there either. See what I'm saying? So what I'm saying, see what I'm saying is, I pretty much people in my life, in my past life as friends, they're never gonna see me. Um, they're never gonna see me as people who come to my life. As people come to my life now may see me. You see what I'm saying? All they're gonna remember. They're always gonna remember that because as we as addicts go through recovery, we have to do the work, right? Either we're going into rehab or we're going into to the meetings. We're doing something to get our lives back, right? So so this is just me talking, riffing. So as we go through that, we're trying to rebuild our life, right? Like I know if I'm gonna go back out and use again, right? I know, I know. And I can fake it. You won't even know. 2 or 3 months, you won't know. But then all of a sudden, I just go, um, because I'm not being honest with myself, right? And I'm not being honest with myself, and I don't think I changed. But I've been doing a lot of work on me, um, just sitting quiet. And right now, I don't really, I'm not saying I wouldn't want her in my life right now. That's what I'm saying. I guess I want to say is, um, I don't want the baggage of the previous relationship, right? You know, you can keep it. You can keep it. It's not something that's gonna do. It's not something that's gonna benefit me, right? Because I'm in this selfish mode or this selfish time that I really have to do what I think is right for me. If I was going to meetings, they would have me going to 90 meetings in 90 days, right? Like every night, going to NA meeting every night. If I was intensive outpatient, I'd be going to those classes, those 3 4 times a week, plus meetings. You know what I mean? Like it's basically, um, they want to they want to get you into a community because basically, you know that I think the cure for addiction is community, right? Like if you're out in the street, you're dealing with street people, and that's a different community. But when you come out of it, you may have a lot of damaged relationships, and you're gonna be alone, and that could trigger you right there. Like if you have no hope, no friends, like I hear it all the time because I don't like I say I'm not in the rooms, but I still like follow different Facebook groups, and I still see people. When they come in fresh, one of the first things they say is, "I'm alone. I feel so lonely," because they don't have anybody, and there's like really like reaching out. Um, because they're scared they're gonna go back out. Being alone it sucks. This sucks. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody's gonna believe you for a nobody's gonna believe you for a long time. You change your mind, you come out. That's why I said a lot of people that I know are in the street claiming homelessness. They're not homeless. They just don't want to go home. They're not. You know what I mean? Like because you have to deal with someone else's rules, and if you are not serious, people can tell. People can tell because you're gonna be doing the same old slick you done. And even if you are serious, people still aren't gonna believe you for a long time. And it's just a process you gotta go through, right? So what do I think about myself today? I don't know. I think I'm doing the best I can. I'm not asking anybody to stay here. I'm not blocking anybody from anything. If I'm talking to you, I'm not getting an argument with anybody. But I'm not gonna block you either because basically, if you are trying to pull me away from my truth, like tell me to do something, that's the one thing people should tell me all the time. You need to go to church. You need to go to a meeting. Do something. Don't tell me. I'm not asking for anyone's assistance. I'm not asking for anyone's advice. Um, if you give it to me, I'm gonna take it with a grain of salt. Like today, I'm gonna say today, I did. And I tried to figure out why she was here. I was getting ready to take an affiliate deal. Say with the little promo code to buy something, and it would be bad for my brand, right? What I wanted to get a deal what I wanted to get an affiliate deal with, I couldn't, which was CBD. I'm sorry, THC infused soda, right? That's why I was trying to get that deal. I didn't get that one, right? Because you request and you gotta get it, right? I got another deal for some liquor. And I don't want to sell liquor. You know what I'm saying? But I was just thinking about, 15% every click, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, nah, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. So I just said, you know what? I'm not going to even worry about that right now. I'm just going to keep, creating content and we'll see what comes out, if anything. Like I said, this is a spiritual practice for me. All the money that, I had to put money into this to keep this going, right? So if I can get the website paid, that's $40 a month. If I can get that paid for, that'd be great. But I'm still gonna do it regardless. If I get any type of sponsorship or field links, any of that, I'm still gonna put it out because this is good for me. And I think that just having that conversation today, or last night and today, really showed me that I'm different now. I feel the change. I feel the change. I still, like I said, 29 days. We'll see. I got 60 days ago. Then 60. I say I got 60 days ago. When I got 60 days ago, I consider myself in recovery. Then I got to find a therapist, right? Because I think that, like I said, I relapsed in 2020. I think that when I got to that point where, because it's a different life. When you get to that point, then you got money in the bank. You sitting around, and it's the middle of a pandemic, and you really don't have anything to do. But somebody's around you that's telling you, I'm having a heart attack. I ate some jalapenos. Somebody's telling you what to do or telling you what you should do, and you can't just say fuck you. That's different. So I will never put myself in that situation again. That's why I say. That's why I was trying to reiterate or just get her to understand that whatever I'm doing right now, whatever my plans don't include you, right? I'm gonna do the same thing I was doing if you're here or if you're not. That's why I don't have to block anybody anymore. I'm not gonna change. I'm not afraid for you to come up in my conversation and say crazy stuff to me. You can say crazy stuff to me if you want to. I'm just gonna ignore you and keep on moving. But that doesn't, like, I have my plan and I'm talking about it. I'm living my plan. I'm living my plan every single day, and I don't have any time to waste. So I'm not gonna really. I'm glad she brought it to a close. You know what I'm saying? She gonna do what she need to do, right? And we good. We good. I really, that's growth for me. I'm telling you, that's growth for me. But you gotta be willing. But you gotta be. You gotta be someone that can communicate. Look, she's someone that can communicate. A lot of times, I got issues with other people too. But I ain't gonna. I don't give a. I don't have to talk to you. I don't have to talk to you. I don't need it. Cause nobody is in my plan but me. Right now, I can say like for up to next year, the next summer. That's it. That's all set. Everything I'm supposed to be doing, I'm doing. And it doesn't. I don't need anyone else in that plan to execute. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave that there. That's how I'm doing. It's a check-in. So let's get to. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me stop. I gotta talk about something, right? So I gotta talk about this because my man Shannon Sharp. He's the same age as I am, right? So I'm 50. I'm 59, right? I think he's 56, right? He's the same age, right? Same age bracket. Different economic bracket though. He's a baller, rich dude, right? Anybody talking about giving me $100 million for a podcast deal at all? Thank God, because I'd probably kill myself. You know what I'm saying? I ain't ready for nothing like that. So I don't really think I ever want it. I'm good. But the only reason I'm saying this, something I don't know if he did something, if something happened. It's just the appearance, right? It's just the appearance, and I'm saying this because, like I said, I've been in this community, the African non-monogamous community, for a long time, right? So, and I used to be very active. So this is not a humble brag or nothing like that. So women used to come into my inbox all the time, all ages. And then I know a couple of times, there have been like really young women, who want to find out what polyamory is. Maybe they thinking about, they want to join a couple or form their own, triads, things like that. And they would just come in my inbox and start talking, right? 18, 19, 20, right? I'm 59, right? And and I would listen to them, but I just can't. I just can't. I consider myself to be a demisexual. Look it up, demisexual. Look it up. Um, so I don't really have that thing where I'm gonna look at you and just want to have, want to have sex with you. That's not gonna happen, right? If I'm not into you, if I don't like you, if I don't find you funny, if there's no chemistry, no connection, that I'm just done. I'm not doing it. Not saying that I've never been drunk a few times and had some one time someone that affairs and NSA stuff. But yeah, that's done. But that's not a norm, right? That's not somebody coming to my inbox and me just like, let me meet me over here and let's get this doing. It's not, it doesn't work like that. So, and I don't know, maybe brother ain't had like like I said, I grew up in a mixed neighborhood, and so um, I was active early and got a taste of a lot of different things. Let me just say that I got, yeah, a lot of different type of things. So, I'm not throwing away my life away for something that I've already experienced. You know what I'm saying? And I show enough for the best part. I've been looking at this thing. I will never ever 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 mess with it with a Instagram model. And I'm gonna tell you this because it's transactional. And but because I had Instagram little models come into my inbox, thinking seeking an arrangement or something else like that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I talk loosely, and I'm like, nah, I don't, I'm not looking for that. You know what I'm saying? I pretty much uh, come to the realization, I'm fine with, I don't have any more romantic. If I don't have another romantic relationship, I will not be upset. Let me say that. Um, if I do, wonderful. But I'm 50. I'm tired, man. I'm 59. I don't do it all. I have done it all. I have done it all, and I don't, not saying that I wouldn't like another romantic relationship, but um, I'm okay if I don't. Let me say that because that doesn't fit into my plan, right? If I can't find somebody who want to ride around the country in a camper van with me, that's cool. I don't want it. I just do that stuff myself and podcast around the country. Um, that's a beautiful thing. I want what I want: camper van, jet ski, kayak. That's it. Podcast equipment. And enough money to enjoy it all. And if I get work remotely, I can do that. So that's what I'm working on. It doesn't really require anyone. It only requires me. So my man, Shannon Sharp. I don't know. It's a wrap. I think it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? The $10 million did it for me. You can't the phone call, the $10 million, the people who kept telling bro, don't do this, and then he did it anyway. Yo, come on, man, come on, that's not good. So I wish him luck. I know I said no. I know as ESPN dropped him, and I don't know what else is gonna happen. I don't know. I don't. How do you recover from something like that? I don't know. You gotta do because he mentioned Jay-Z in his statement. You gotta do what Jay-Z did. You ain't getting no money from me. I ain't got no money for you. Take me to court. I'll see you in court. And that's been my attitude on a lot of different things I had to deal with. I just don't care. It'll get to the point where I just don't care. We gonna go to the mat. Let's go to the mat. Let's do what we gotta do. Cause I'm not finna do it. And that's one of the reasons I got myself out the street. Cause it was definitely getting to that point where it's getting dangerous for me out there. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to say, but it was getting dangerous. I just said, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. I don't want to. I don't want to be in jail for some dumb shit, and I don't want to be dead for some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, 5 people died in the last 4 years in the little circle that I was in, and I'm just grateful that it wasn't me, and I still got another chance to finish what I want. What I need to finish. My purpose. I got a good something for that. So my man, look, bros, y'all got money. You need to stop doing dumb stuff, man. And Jay-Z should have been the example, right? If somebody come at you with accusations and you didn't do anything wrong, but some harmful shit may come out, let that shit come out because you could deal with that. You can't deal with you offered $10 million. You can't deal with it. You did it. Why would you? Like when Puffy paid Puffy Face Cassidy, 30. That was it. He did something. That's it. You did something. So it's best not to do anything. I mean, you gotta walk circumspectly. That's in the Bible, right? Walk circumspectly, meaning that you always believe that somebody's watching you, right? And he had a good thing going with that show, with that podcast, and I don't know. I welcome the brother back because I heard all shit about him saying he was gay and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, that nigga is not gay. He not gay. You see the woman in the whole thing. I think, I think it's a midlife crisis. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what it is to get old. Like the first time I think I really realized that I was getting older and people were going to see me as being old is I was like on Instagram talking to, it was a rap beef thing and I'm in there making my comments and some dude, I don't know, came back on there like, you old, da da da, because he went to my page and saw how old I was and came back and just, I don't know, just accused me of being old and I shouldn't care about hip hop anymore. I don't, okay. So I said, okay. This is a young man's game. Let me just get off these beefs and just talk my shit to people my age. So let's go ahead and go into start the conversation. Tonight's conversation is be on active addiction, right? I'm a disclaimer. I'm gonna try to get through this as quick as possible, and I hope that I may get triggered on some things. All depends on where I go. I'm gonna read this definition of what active addiction is, so I may get triggered. Like I said, I get emotional. Thinking about where I was, it was scary. It was very scary. I think about I get emotional about some of the things that I lost. Relationships that I don't have anymore. Jobs that I lost. Things that I lost. Time, you can't get that time back. I can't get it back. It's gone. So let me go ahead and read this definition of what is active addiction. You may know you're doing drugs. Active addiction is when someone is actively using substances regardless of the negative consequences. They may be unable to stop on their own and continue to use despite losing their job, home, and family. They may also continue to use despite health problems caused by their addiction. Symptoms of an active addict, symptoms of an active addiction include neglecting responsibilities at home, work, or school, using substances in risky situations. That's a big one. I'm sorry. Bye, Shannon. Get your life together, bro. What I'm saying. Using substances in risky situations. That's in the streets. When I say like in the street, that's what I mean. In the street, it's dangerous. I only been robbed like one time. Did I get robbed one time? I had a gun pointed at me more than once, but just robbed once. Losing interest in hobbies and activities, withdrawing from friends and family, and isolating from others. Right? Because I always say that it's a disease that wants to kill you, and to kill you, it needs to get you alone. And it's gonna make you feel alone, and then you feel alone, and then you feel alone, and then you feel alone, right? And what happens is the normal people, your family friends, they're not gonna deal with you because you don't want to deal with them, right? Because they're getting in your way. So your friends are gonna be people in the street, and them not your friends. So lying and being secretive and experiencing financial problems. So all those are signs that I'm definitely familiar with. I've experienced every one of them, and that's when I say, so do you think you could build life with somebody who's exhibiting those characteristics and behaviors? No, you cannot. You cannot. Don't ever do it. And I've been married twice, and both times I was in active addiction. I've been engaged. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it. And I'm glad those women escaped the whole thing, because they don't have to go through it. I do. I think I realized that when Heidi told me she was leaving. I'm like, damn, You get to, I think that's the first thing I thought about. I'm like, damn, you get to leave? I don't get to leave. I want to go too. Um, yeah, but you get to leave, and I'm still here. So I think that's another thing that at least we talking about. My friend was talking about. It doesn't seem like I'm taking this seriously. Um, I don't really know what to say about that. I'm thinking. I guess not. I don't know what to say. If you think that's what I'm saying. I can't really go by what somebody else's think, right? I've done that my whole entire life. Like I said, my thing. I said it before. I've always tried to live up to what people expect me to be. Um, and I don't know. It seems like I've just lived this great big anxious life. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what? My first marriage, my second, my first marriage, I'm like, I don't think I was ready for that. You know what I'm saying? But I did it, because I made a commitment. I want to be right in the eyes of God, and then to go through that, and then try to get clean, but I'm there. I'm not doing it for her. I'm not doing it for myself. I'm doing it for her, right? That's exactly what happens. I'm doing it for her. Not for me. And then it just, you know, spirals out of control. Resentment. I mean, years like that, years and years of like really just not being happy. Trying to figure out why. And so I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna play a video from a guy who he's a recover. Did a TED talk. He's I guess a recovery person, like somebody who does recovery or like an addiction counselor or something like that. Runs a center out in Arizona. But I mean, okay, so I'm 59. I've been going to like meetings all my life, right? Trying to get it straight, and I don't click. I never click. I know you're not supposed to. Um, you're not supposed to identify out. Just keep coming. You'll meet somebody. I never met anybody. Because I don't really talk like that. I don't really ever want to be in a room full of people and talk. Right? I'm not gonna do it. It's just not gonna do it. And that's like, and I think that so while I'm doing this, trying to get clean, because I would have times I'm not doing anything. Trying to get clean. When you try and get clean, right, and you live with people, you have responsibility of other people, they're gonna be looking at you like you need to be doing this. You need to be doing this. You need to be doing that. What are you doing? Why are you going there? I need you to do this. And this is like within the first week or 2 weeks in a month. And you can't really get any peace or traction. And people say they pump people might say I didn't love them or all this kind of stuff. Nope, I did. I did, but I just couldn't get myself together. Or me and you couldn't match into a way that, maybe if I would have left and came back, but it's not me either. So yeah, it's important. It's important that you figure out what's gonna work for you, because everything's not gonna work. Like this TED talk from this guy. His name is Dean. I'm sorry, Dean Teraboli. And this talk was called "Recovered: Breaking Free from the Disease of Addiction." And he says recovered. If you're in a meeting in AA in the rooms, you don't recover. You just I'm an addict, and you keep saying that for the rest of your life in the group. You don't recover. You just to keep, but that's the community, right? I mean, if everybody in the room believes they're still an addict, then you got support there. You don't ever really change. That's what you need, right? You need that support. I don't want to go to your meeting for the rest of my life. I'm not gonna do it because I don't know how I got this whole little thing about me not having rules. I'm not gonna follow your rules unless you pay me. I don't know where I got it from. It just all of a sudden clicked in my head, and I just been saying it over and over again, right? Because I'm not, because I'm not gonna follow the rule. And I think that's just me starting to realize that. I heard somebody say one time that women like nice guys, right? And then the dude said, "Well, I'm not nice. I'm kind." I'm like, "Oh shit, that's it. I'm not a nice guy. I'm kind, but I'm not nice." There's not gonna be a time that I may not cuss you out. I may not annoy you. I may walk away. Or I may say something smart out of my mouth, right? But I'm not going. But I'm kind. I'm not always gonna be nice, because I really don't. that's like a con. I guess to be a nice guy, and they say nice guys don't exist. You have to be what? You have to just be a people pleaser, right? I'm not a people pleaser. I don't know. I gave up the nice thing a long time ago because I guess women don't really like nice guys. That's for sure. That is one thing I know for sure. Um, so so right now, do I think I'm in recovery? No, I do not. It's just me. I don't think so. Because even though I don't have any desire to go out here and use or call up somebody or try to hustle up some money, I have no desire whatsoever. Um, I just, cause I'm working, like I said, I'm working this. This is my spiritual practice. I go on walks. I got, my job coming up soon. I'll be that. And I want to just keep going, working on my goals and working on myself, make me a better person. I mean, just to go through what I went through today or last night and today with Elise, and just be able to really just not get triggered, and that's good. I love it. I want to keep doing that. I want to keep doing that. Um, and I think this video really explained it because this person, I'm going to play the video now, really talked about how um, he was going into the meetings too in the rooms. He was a drug addict for a long time. He said he got to the point where he was using $200,000 a year on drugs. $200,000 a year on drugs. Whew. That's how a lot of rappers got started, making that type of money off people. But yeah, that's what he's saying. And he said he was going to the rooms, and it's like when you go to the rooms, you will see the resolve. Like everybody in the room doesn't get clean. Um, and you see the revolving door. The revolving door. People come in, come out. I remember I went in one time. I was in one time, and then I seen this young lady, and she was around, and she was very popular in the rooms. This one I was going to like a really large meeting, and they have to have dances and everything in the area. And I seen her at the dance. A couple weeks later, I'm back out on the street, and I see her back on the street. I said, "This doesn't work for everybody. It doesn't work for everybody." So you got to have other avenues. You got to have your avenue. And I think me myself, some people just quit just like that, right? I don't think it's gonna be me. Cause I don't think I think I quit. I've quitting, but I ain't quit like that. It was a process to get me here. The first step is stopping. Stopping what you're doing. Um, that's that used to be very easy for me. I think I used to know how, but now it got hard. Remember the show? Remember the show I'm going to talk about? There was a show called Intervention, right? Basically, some people remember the old goose crying, "Ah!" Right? That show. So they would come in, the family. They would just show you the lives of these addicts, show you how they were living. It was rough. And I always say that. Hey, I don't. And back then, I would say I don't use every day. I'll never use every day. That's not me. That's not me. That's not me. It eventually became me because I do believe that as you go along, you get worse. And then if you go out for a period of time, let's say you go out for a year or two, and then you pick back up, it's gonna be horrible, horrible. And the reason, oh my damn, that's my table. What the hell? Oh, okay, I adjusted my table. Yeah, it's gonna be horrible. Um, it's gonna be horrible when you go back because it's something that I was experiencing in my last days. I was like really shivering. I was like shivering a lot because I didn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like doing something that you don't want to do, right? Um, Even after you be there for, it's just like you didn't want to be there. And it's like, why am I here? And you're nervous. And it's like you're in an environment that you don't want to be in. You're kind of nervous. I got very paranoid. So it's like if I go now, let's say I make 90 days or 100 days or 60 days or 6 months. When I go back, it's gonna be worse. It's gonna be worse because I'll be giving up a lot, right? And I've already decided that this was my course, right? So what do I do next time? And that's the scary part. Used to be. It's not scary anymore because I'm good. That used to be. That's the scary part when you think about it. Another thing you think about when you get clean, you start having to think about past relationships that you lost. And as every time I do this one relationship, I always pop my head like, damn. That's all I can say is, damn, you a stupid nigga. Yeah, I'm stupid. I think I'm dumber than Shannon Sharp. It's saying a lot. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and play this video. So active addiction is sucks. It sucks. There is a way to get out of it. But you have to find your way. You have to find your way. Oh, you will get tired or you'll be dead. Like I said, I know a lot of people that just died. Um, my age, my age, just died. Um, from like overdose, falling asleep in the car, just tragic deaths. And the whole thing about it, what hit me, is I could have been in the car, or I could have been in the place where they overdosed. Right? So I have to believe in the purpose. I have to believe I'm alive for a reason. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to live this reason out. Do my thing. So let me go ahead. I'm gonna play this one more. We're gonna play this video. I wanna just think about it. So this gentleman, this counselor, recovery counselor, actually just went through. He, like I said, he was a huge addict, right? And he eventually found a holistic approach to um, recovering. And he doesn't believe in like you're a lifelong addict. You're recovered. You can't recover. You can just be like, oh, I'm not an addict anymore. So I don't know his whole thing on. I'm not gonna say I'm not endorsing him or anything. It's a TED talk. There's a lot of TED talks on addiction. I'm not endorsing anything that he's saying. It just aligns with what I'm saying. Like I don't know his views on abstinence or don't take anything else on marijuana or psychedelics. I don't know any of that. I don't know any of that. I don't know his healing methodology. So I don't endorse anything that he's saying. What I'm saying is what he's getting ready to say now. When you hear this, it aligns with the way I'm thinking, or it aligns with my plan. Okay, so here we go.
We are at our best. I'm at my highest in crisis. Why do we have to wait till crisis? So the soul, and when we are disconnected from our authentic nature, we get something called soul sickness. And soul sickness, as I was getting ready to die, that was my big issue, that I wasn't going to do what I came here to do. Body, mind, soul, spirit. So we live in the sea of energy, if you want to talk about the Earth's magnetic field, or even the whole quantum field, and the field affects everything that's in the field. So I have an energy field that's generated by my nervous system, and this field interacts with the greater field. But it doesn't consciously. I can't sense this field with my five senses. I have to do it with my intuition, my awareness, through my energy system. And when my energy system is compromised, then I'm not taking in that prana, that information that informs all of life to make, two sperm and an egg come together in a moment of conception and a baby comes out. All the birds fly south at the same time. The song of life, that's my antenna. So body, mind, soul, spirit, these are not new concepts, but we have to work on them in a synergistic way. And when we do, we can get out of recovery and actually be recovered. So people ask me a lot at these kind of conferences, okay, so if I'm recovered, can I go use again? And these are counselors that ask me this mostly, right? So I'm like, look, if there's something wrong with the present moment and you want to go ingest a solvent to change it, you might need a little bit more recovery. Because for me, being recovered means that I am aligned with my highest purpose, that I am no longer defined by the past, and I can let go of the past. And people keep talking about the past because they haven't resolved the past. So I've resolved the past. Now I can be defined by who I am becoming.
All right, I want to talk right there. So that's what I was talking about when. Okay, when I'm going through recovery. I'm going through the work, doing what I need to do, but then your other people, your friends, family, loved ones are going to bring up the past, right? They remember. That's what they remember, and that's what they're going to bring up over and over again. So it's like I see why some people just go away for a while because they don't. It doesn't help. It doesn't benefit you to keep living in the past. Like I can't, because you can't. I cannot change the past. You can't change it. You could try to live better. I could try to live better, but I cannot change the past. All right, sorry.
And what is possible for me. That's my new definition. And Being recovered means that I go from chaos to peace, that I go from scarcity to abundance, that I am on my hero's journey. And the journey of the hero is where we take our deepest, darkest problems and we turn them into medicine. And that's the journey that we all must go through as part of life. So addiction might just be the wake-up call to step into your hero's journey and become more than you ever thought that you could be. And when we do that, then we are recovered.
Amen.
And I'm going to tell you that you only have one journey, and you get to decide. Live with passion. Be recovered. Thank you.
So yeah, that's it right there, man. That's it where I am. That just resonated with me because that's my understanding of where I am right now. That's where I'm moving, and I understand my purpose, and I'm living in that purpose, and I'm gonna thrive in that purpose. So I'm gonna be here, doing my spiritual practice, talking about whatever the fuck is on my mind I need to talk about, get it off of me, and hopefully help someone else. And I don't know who else, but it's up to the spirit or the universe to find those people that need this. I know I do, and I'm glad I have it. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it right there. Hopefully we'll get out of talk. I don't know. I gotta lead this thing go where the spirit leads me, right? I gotta what the universe wants to see me to talk about, because that's basically, like I said, I have a list. Next week's gonna be on meetings. Why I don't go to meetings. And like I said, I'm not trying to convince anyone of anything. Because if I like I said, if I fall flat on my face again, I don't really know what I'm gonna do. But I don't feel like that's gonna happen. I don't feel like I'm walking in that light anymore. I don't feel like I have that burden anymore. But I know I still have a responsibility just to take care of myself, and that's what I'm doing every day. So I'm gonna leave it right there. I really appreciate anybody listening to this. If you have a chance, you made it this far, please hit the don't hit that. hit the like and subscribe button. Please share it if you think anyone needs this or not. Just thank you for thinking about it, and keep your head up, man. Keep your head up. We're going through a lot, right? But we know that we know how great this country can be. We know what a patriot is, and we know who the enemy is. So let's just live like that, you know. You just be ready to do your part. Vote. If you ready to vote, don't even look at my show. Go away. Kill yourself. That's how I feel. All right, so I'm out. Peace and blessings. My man, come on, announce us out.
All right, people, we out. Choose love every time.
Every
and
time.
things will work out.
Every
All
time.
right, peace. See you next week.
Peace. Love you.